What's going on, Jerome's? Week 4 is mercifully upon us, and it's time for a little bit of picks. Of course, entertainment purposes only. Dusting off a jelly bean or two, no big deal. Last week, 4-9-1, certainly not getting it done. 18-24-2 on the season. It's almost like betting the entire card is really stupid, as opposed to researching a couple of key bets and then just going from there. Anyways, last night, so full disclosure, we did take the Lions -1. I thought that they were going to whip somebody's ass, especially with Green Bay's myriad of injuries. So I'm going to take the win. There you go, man. I will be square with you, Jerome. So starting off over in foggy London town, whatever. So the Falcons and the Jaguars both definitely on the road. And neutral site game. Travel, Jacksonville should relatively be used to it since they're heading over every year. But Atlanta getting 3 points in the spot, I feel like this is going to be a low-scoring rock fight. Jacksonville, for whatever reason, can't seem to get any traction. I actually do think that Atlanta gets a little bit going offensively, and I do think that Atlanta covers in this spot. Next up, noon games. So you got the Dolphins going up to Buffalo, where I feel like Dolphins and Buffalo should be in the dead of winter every single year. Like, that should be a requirement. But Miami, fresh off their 50-point win against the stupid Broncos. Buffalo starting to circle the wagons. They had a nice blowout of Washington of their own. And how is this game? They should have found a way to flex this game. Like, I know the flex doesn't start yet, but they should have done it. Anyways, I think that Miami getting 2.5 here. I actually think Miami wins this game outright, but it'd be a good one either way. Then speaking of the stupid Broncos, how do you get beat by 50 and you're 3-point favorites on the road? That's just how bad the Bears have been. But I actually do think that Denver gets some semblance of something going. I think the defense rebounds because you're playing Justin Fields and the Bears. Yeah, and offensively, like they're not horrible either. So I do think that the Broncos do win and the cover here in the Windy City. Next up, 5-star pick of the week. I think the Browns whip the Ravens' ass. I don't know what it is. I feel like Jim Schwartz and his defense takes care of Lamar and the Ravens. I think that they do get rolling with Jerome Ford. Maybe I'm just biased there, but I actually think that Cleveland puts the bang thing on the Ravens. I know it's a division game, and those games are generally close, but I truly believe that the Browns are going to get it done. All right, so they cover the 2.5 as well as blah, blah, blah. Then you got the Tennessee Titans hosting the Cincinnati Bengals. Cincy got a crooked number in the win column. Tennessee, I don't know, man. Like defensively, especially on the interior, they're good to go. So I think that they could give Joe Burrow fits as well as that makeshift Cincinnati offensive line. And I mean, does Chase get going? Who knows, man? Who knows? But give me the Titans at home. With the 2.5 points. Next up, pick 'em. Rams and the Colts. All right, so the Rams are quasi-resurgent with Puka Nacua as well as Tutu Atwell. The Colts will be getting Anthony Richardson back this week, so I actually kind of like Indy in this spot. I do. I think Pittman gets it going a little bit, and I think that the Colts win outright. Next up, the Jameis Bowl. So the Bucs are getting 3.5 on the road in New Orleans. So New Orleans defense is going to be good. I think this game is going to be a bit of a rock fight, but I think that the Saints win like a 17-13 type game. Jameis eating a W. Go ahead. Next up, the Commies on the road at Philly. We're actually kind of like what Sam Howell and Bieniemy did the first 2 weeks, not so much last week, throwing 4 picks. Philly is starting to get rolling, and they're at home. So give me Philly. I know it's a big number, but I see Philly winning like a 27-17 type game. Vikings on the road, 4-point favorites at Carolina. Feels like California. Like, could we just go in and whip somebody's ass one time? It seems like a lot to ask, but could we get like a 33-7 type win? It'd be nice, man. It would be nice. With a 7 Thielen touchdown. There you go. The Steelers on the road, road favorites in Houston. Houston's kind of plucky right now, although, I mean, J.J. Watt and Highsmith against basically backup tackles. It's a little bit rough for C.J. Stroud, but I don't know. Like, I like this Houston team. I think Stroud is super plucky. I think Tank Dell gets something going. They got to get the ball out quick for sure, but they go from there. Next up in the late window, the Raiders on the road against the Chargers. And for whatever reason, the Raiders just kind of suck all the time. But it's basically a neutral side game. I mean, it could be 50-50 with crystal ball, Raiders fans and Chargers fans, which is ironic because both of them neither have a home field advantage. But give me the Raiders +5 in this spot, just because it's a division game. I think the Chargers win, but by a field goal or so. Next up, New England at Dallas. I don't know what's going on with Mac Jones, man. Yeah, but Dallas is besieged by injuries at this moment in time. But I feel like the Cowboys get it done. Like it sucks being down Trevon Diggs, except the Patriots don't have a number 1 receiver anyway. It's one of those spots. Then you got the Cardinals +14 at San Francisco. Now, I do think that San Francisco wins. I think that they win big, but I mean, 2 touchdowns in a division game, plus Arizona's got some momentum. Plus, I mean, they're 1-2, but they should have beat the Giants, and they've been and they beat the Cowboys, and they've been in every single game for a team that's tanking. So, give me Arizona in this spot. Chiefs Sunday Night Football at the Jets. I don't even know if I could watch this game because it's gonna be. It's going to be a blowout, and it's going to be 10 bajillion, like, Taylor Swift pieces. Tarico's working in, like, Taylor Swift lines. I got blank space, baby. I'll write your name. But, yeah, give me the Chiefs. Then, back-to-back at MetLife. So, Seattle at the Giants, which, yuck. Gross. But Saquon, we'll see what happens with him. Still likely to be out or at least diminished. But Seattle, seems like they're starting to get things rolling. And I do love me some Geno Smith returning to the Big Apple. So give me Seattle -1 point. And that's it. That's at Week 4 NFL picks. Sure to go wrong. Entertainment purposes only for a couple of jelly beans. Let us know your thoughts on our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But next time, Skol. Production value.